Unified. Given the fact that it is very nearly spring break, we wanted to send this message to encourage some spring cleaning of our Google Drives. Across the entire district, anyone who has an @SangerUSD.net account, so that is all staff and students that are under the SangerUSD domain, we all share the same 100 terabytes of Google Workspace storage. And as you can see from this banner, our organization storage is low. We are at 5% left of the 100 terabyte pooled storage. Now, 1 terabyte is 1,000 gigabytes. 100 terabytes is a lot, but when you consider that it is all staff and students, past and present, and that we all might have backed up our laptops during the refresh, we want to encourage this time to really have a spring cleaning of our Google Drive. There might be files in here that you either no longer need at all or don't need readily available that really should be backed up instead on your work laptop. So the way that we're going to do this, and the fastest way to get to it, is clicking here where it says storage on the bottom of the left-hand menu. Now, I do want to show that when I made this video about 10 months ago, my storage was at 141.22 gigabytes, and today it's at just under 88, so I'm a little proud of that because I did go through this process, and I cleared out a lot of old videos that I had used Screencastify for and that were being stored within my Google Drive, but as soon as I'm done with them, or as soon as they're on YouTube, I don't also need them backed up here. All that to say, if you click on storage, you'll be then taken to a place that looks like this. It will tell you the total of your own personal gigabytes used, and then it will break it up between what is in Drive, what is in Gmail, that would be attachments sent back and forth to you, and then photos. As this is loading, I just want to highlight, if you have a lot of gigabytes within photos, you may have inadvertently, without knowing, connected your @SangerUSD.net on a personal device, and your photos from that personal device are being backed up to our @SangerUSD.net domain, which, if it were me, I would not want that. So if you have a lot of gigabytes here in your photos, I would suggest going to photos.google.com to look through and delete anything that should not be connected to your Sanger Unified Google account. Now, with this, it again shows you the total number of gigabytes used. If we consider that 100 terabytes is 1 terabyte is 1,000 gigabytes. I'm not quite using a ton as if you look at that, but when you put them all together, it really does add up. So with this 72.61 gigabytes, everything that I have is listed here. It is automatically sorted from large to small. So this video is using 6 gigabytes. Right off the bat, if I were to delete that, it would make a big dent. Now, again, there are some things in here that I might have made the video and it's being stored in my Google Drive because I am the owner of it, but other people might have access to it. So before you go deleting things, do make sure that either it's just yours and you don't need access, or that you don't need it to be on Google Drive and you can store it on your laptop instead. So some of the different features here, if you wanted to get rid of things, like as an example, if I wanted to get rid of this masks video, so this is 542 megabytes. If I wanted to get rid of it, I can either click it and then up at the top, let me just zoom out a little, up at the top, there's now these icons, so I can download it. This would be if I wanted to save the video but not have it on my drive. I could download it, and then after I've downloaded it, I've confirmed that it is safely downloaded to my laptop, I can then come and move it to the trash or delete it. Or I can right-click on this and just say move to trash. Now, moving it to the trash does not automatically delete it. It moves it to the trash and then it will be deleted forever after 30 days. What I would suggest is after you have confirmed that you don't need it, trash it and then go to the trash and delete the trash. That way it is gone. I'm going to say move to the trash. The other way that you can do this is by sorting it by type. Videos and pictures, those things take up the most amount of storage. So if you sort it automatically like it does from the storage used, videos are taking up the majority. Sometimes there's huge PDFs, but if you wanted to sort it in that way, you could also say, hey, I want to know things that haven't been touched or modified in the last like 5 years. So I could go back and I could say, all right, I want to know anything that has not been modified in the last 5 years. So the last time it was modified was before, in this case, March 1st, 2021. There's a lot of videos from here. Like, we had to do a lot of trainings in that time, in the 2020-2021 school year. And so these are probably videos from those Zooms and like how to join a Google Hangouts meet. I don't think I need access to these videos anymore. I might want to save them, so I can click and then click download. It might give you a warning about that it's too large. You can click download anyway. Same thing if I want to download this. And then once I've confirmed that they're downloaded, I can just say move to trash and then move it to the trash. If everyone does their part and everyone cleans up their own Google Workspace storage, we would then be able to have a lot more savings. It used to be when we first had Google that it was completely unlimited. But like so many companies, even though this portion of the Google Workspace is given free to all K-12 education entities, we have a limited amount of storage. If we needed any other storage, we would have to purchase that storage, and that is not what we are able to do. So everyone needs to do their part to make sure that their storage is on the lower end. Go to trash. Here are the different things that I've deleted as I go through, and you can say empty trash, and it will give you that warning, but I've already confirmed that these things don't need to be in here. So now I have emptied it and I'm down. I'm not down that much, but I'm down. It does take a little bit for it to kind of refresh, but the other place that you can look is within your Gmail. Oh, look, there you go. It just went down by about 3 gigabytes. Excellent job. So continue that. In your Gmail, that is, again, attachments. If you go through and do a search of your Gmail by date range and then clicking at it has an attachment, you might find attachments from 5-6 years ago that you just don't need. So do us a favor, as you're thinking through spring cleaning, don't forget your Google Drive and your Google Workspace, and we really appreciate it. Thank you.